the label, he said. My mom uses it for quilts and stuff, explained Niles. It dissolves in water. Seriously? Yep. Cool. Niles frowned. I just wonder if the prank needed to include dissolving. No way, Miles said. This was a great prank. Niles paced. It was. Miles sighed. This was his least favorite part of the etudes. The part where Niles endlessly pondered how the prank could have gone better. Niles picked up the chalk and aimlessly drew on the wall. I kind of feel like it's a Chevaux's gun thing, you know? I don't know. Chevaux was this Russian, and he had a gun? Miles sat up straight. Was he a spy? No, he was a writer. And he thought that if you introduced a gun into a story, it has to go off before the end. He meant stories should contain nothing extraneous, nothing irrelevant. Feels like the same thing is true of pranking, right? If the thread can dissolve, it should dissolve, or else the dissolving is extraneous. I was just trying to keep it simple, man. Now snapped the chalk in half. Achman's razor. Miles rolled his eyes. Another Russian guy. No, he's English. And he thought the simplest solution was the best. A more complicated solution might work, but if you have a choice, a simpler one is preferable. So what's more powerful, Chevaux's gun or Achman's razor? Probably the gun, said Miles. It's a gun. Niles ignored him. Maybe Chevaux's gun is better for stories, and Achman's razor is better for pranks. Niles, yes, I think that's right. He pulled out a notebook and started writing something down. What is this? Miles asked. It's Bach, Niles said, on a Moog synthesizer. I don't know why I even asked, said Miles. Miles peeled a tangerine with his Swiss Army knife. You know, you can just use your thumbnail, Niles said. I know, said Miles. Outside, a horn honked 3 times. It was Miles's mom. I have to go, said Miles. Me and my mom are going out to dinner. That night, Niles made himself spaghetti and meatballs. He ate in his room and put on the Bach again, twirling noodles around his fork. Niles sat and thought about this afternoon's prank. How long had the 2 men stood there? Which one had first decided to follow the thread and see where it was going? Where did they meet? What had they said to each other? There was something beautiful about a prank that paid off when you weren't around. Sure, it was fun to see the chaos you created, but a prank like this afternoon's afforded the prankster a peculiar kind of pleasure. You could sit and picture the strange happenings you brought about in the world. There were so many ways it could have played out, and Niles sat in his big chair and imagined as many as he could. All those possibilities, and all of them strange and delightful. The mental exercise focused an unquiet mind. And that day, Niles's mind was unquiet. Thinking about the thread kept Niles from thinking about things he'd rather not think about. That's the end of chapter 6.